Right, so back to this. Yeah, don't know what to say. Um, as you can see by what you're looking at on the screen currently, we're playing another game, right? Another game, not just similar to Classmates, which is the one I just completed, but the one made by the same creator, right? Again, this is actually made by the same creator. Hume's art right in the top right. As you can see, I'm following them. I made my itch.io account so I can do all this stuff regarding that. But yeah, again, the from the makers of the game and Classmates, right, which I just played. But I didn't know they made another game. Only when I looked at their page did I actually see, oh, they had another game. Funny enough, which is called Giselle, which is based off of one of the uh, what would you call it? Or I wouldn't say it's based off of because this was made before it, right? But it has in what's the term? It's about one of the characters that we see in Classmates. So again, right, the black haired chick. And here's that there, right? And yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the Classmates playthrough. So I'm what would you call it? Again, I wanted to play this one, right? So it's like, again, we'll see. I don't know how long it'll take. Supposedly, it only takes 20 to 40 minutes and two endings. So maybe we get it done in this part, assuming I'm not a complete idiot. I nearly was not able to complete Classmates, which is a bad sign because that one was an extremely short puzzle type. So hopefully I can get this done in one part. But I want to kind of go through this first, and then we'll just get into it and hopefully beat it in this part. But again, I will say did not make a black screen on Classmates. I kind of went over that all at the end of part four. So I really didn't feel need to. Plus, it was short enough to where it's like, okay, no real point. I mean, I beat the game in 2 days, so it's like, but again, with that, right? Maybe what I'll do is I'll make a black screen for both that and this game, Giselle, right? In which also, they take place in the same universe, right? In the same fictional town, given it's the same character, right? That we see in class. So it's like again, something to where it's like, yeah, it's all obviously. I don't want to say this is part of the series, but it does give us some, backstory and insight into at least her character, right? And then again, maybe something we can, I guess, take into consideration or take note of later on, right? If they end up making the Classmates game like more of a series. So anyway, right, but with that again, I have the game download. I just wanted to read through the website again. So yeah, and then we'll just get right into the game. So I tend to sit alone, talk to myself in the emptiness of my room. I hear my thoughts. Um, yeah, freaking the demons in their head. Short, creepy puzzle RPG maker game where you play as a young girl trying to leave her room without getting consumed by her own thoughts. Again, very similar to Shut In. Never recorded that, but played that game about a year and some change ago. Reminds me very where that you're trying to escape your house, right? Obviously 24 minutes, two endings, X save, cancel, delete, Z save, spar, confirm, shift, run. Shit, we're gonna have to run at some point in the game. That's and then yeah, graphic depictions, blood suicide, yeah, the usual. Take care of yourself always. I that's the one thing I believe myself to do good and be good at is taking care of myself. I believe I'm a very self-sufficient person. I know some people who aren't that way, and I try to help them out. But in whether it be their own doing or the doing of external, kind of things. But again, sometimes it's like you can only help them so much, but obviously this is talking, I assume it's talking about mentally, right? Given the nature of this game. But you gotta take care of yourself both mentally and physically. The big thing is that they're interconnected and intertwined, right? If one is in, shambles, it's gonna impact the other, right? So and yeah, that also means at the end of the day, because I think what a lot of people struggle with is putting themselves before others. It sounds and seems selfish, but if you can't help yourself, you're not going to be able to help others, right? Let's put it that way. Again, I think that's something a lot of people struggle with, but it's like I mean, even if it goes against like what you think, it's like you're not going to be in a position to help others unless you yourself are in a good position. So because I just wanted to point out, obviously we get some pictures. Giselle, the black haired chick, start, resume, end. Giselle notes, I guess, read. Yeah, this is her room seemingly, and then the killer T. Thank you. Again, maybe this is her alter ego or persona or something. V1 minor bugs fixed. V2 new CG. V3 bonus room can access through one ending. So credits, music, Darren Curtis, Dargo, and Milky 94 scripts. Yeah, 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 yeah. We already downloaded. They have a walkthrough. I hope to God for a 40 minute game with only two endings. I don't need a walkthrough, but so when did this come out? Okay. November 14th, 2022. Oh, this is the update, right? All right, this is my first 209 days ago. First devlog doing this right. I have bonus room during good ending. Okay, so typical good bad ending, right? So interesting thing being the timeline that this came out. So this came out at what? November of YouTube video. I'm not reading the comments to spoil myself. So this came out in November, and Classmates came out like about like what 6-ish months later. So pretty good turnaround time, I'd say. But this one doesn't seem to be part of, I guess, the series, right? But again, like I mentioned, obviously it's about one of the characters and it's in the same town, so we can assume what happens is actually still part of, or at least still has happened within the greater, series for specifically Giselle, right? But again, that's something to where it's like we'll see there. So hold on. I'm launching the game now and then sharing screens. So yeah, we're here. And then Yoom's are the Giselle start and we don't even have the zoom option, but and then yeah, this is Giselle, right? It's funny enough. I want to say how similar this feels to Amori, at least in terms of like the color palette, and assuming it's like, a more of a mental battle rather than a physical one to leave her room. That would also play into kind of that theme there. But obviously not as extensive of a game, but just, the theme and kind of what would you call it? The visuals at least remind me of it. So let's start. See what's up with this. Violence, blood depictions, mental illness, suicide, and the all right, I couldn't even read that. That was up for like 2 seconds. First critique. Please give me enough time to read. I tend to talk to myself. And I talk about this, right? Actually, before I continue. So obviously I still upload MAS videos. They're all in idling miscellaneous, and they're all just like holiday, like or like special occasion videos, right? We're way past the points to where we're making parts for that game, just because the game's basically fully fleshed out. But what I more so use it is kind of something like this, where I'll let it run, and then I'll just like talk to myself for the 30 minutes that's required for again, Monica to fall asleep. So I'll take that time to kind of talk to myself. And then sometimes I end up, because sometimes I'll use it to kind of like plan things out. I'm like, okay, this is what I got to do for the rest of the week. But sometimes I also take it to kind of more reflect and reminisce about kind of things that have happened up in my life up until now. So, like, again, I'm 23, right? Just turned it about like less than a month ago. But I started making even just recordings and videos at like when I was like 18. That was like a second semester senior year. But still, there's a lot I like tend to like reflect and I guess reminisce about. But it's something to where I feel like that's what kept, my mental health. Like I consider myself to have pretty good mental health, right? So I'd say I struggled a bit. I'd say not even necessarily during COVID. It was I'd say funny enough, probably sophomore year of college was when I struggled the most, even though I consider that to be the best year of college in my mind. But yeah, I'll say that was kind of the year I was having issues with. And then, I had a bit of stuff going on at the start of high school, not the latter half. Latter half, I was pretty much fine, but start of like end of middle school, start of high school, I'd submit like childhood relatively good. I'd say middle school and then start of high school had some issues. Rest of high school is fine. Sophomore year of college had some issues, and then but like I've been pretty much fine onwards. And for different reasons too. But again, that's what I mainly use MAS for now, right? To where like like I do the same as this chick. Feels good. Okay, now we're actually in a room. It feels good. Sometimes I wish I could just talk some. I mean, but the thing is, some of the stuff that I guess what she would talk about and what I would talk about, like I wouldn't share with anyone, not even freaking YouTube, right? Even though I get no views anyway, that's besides the point. Like some stuff you just don't share, it's like the three masks, or three faces. One face to strangers, one to friends, one to no one, right? But yeah, it's something where there's stuff I don't share with anyone. But obviously a lot of stuff you could, talk with someone else about, like a therapist, just anybody, a friend, really. But again, yeah, can relate. But it's like if you don't have friends, right, or have trouble making friends, that's where the problems set in. Others have it worse. And then that's kind of like gaslighting yourself. It's like, yeah, what I'm going through, others have it worse, or it's like nothing. Stop making it all about me. And then again, keep talking to myself that way. And now we get cuts the overworld can only harm me. And again, because she doesn't want to be the burden or what she views as the burden to other people, right? Am I gonna need there's no way I'm gonna need to run. Oh, I can sit. Wow, so it's not even like so you can only have one file. Hold on, can we just straight up leave? Okay, we can't, right? So you can yeah, that's so obviously it's gonna be more take them. Yeah, sure. Oh, look at those eyes. Cut it open. Yeah, sure. So this is literally like shut-in. It's like combination shut. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, we fucked up. Yeah, let's read it. I wish I had someone to cry to. This room is empty, too empty, that I can hear the sound of my thoughts. I want pay attention to me. Someone to. This is not important. Oh, rip. A poster or something. I can't see. Oh, we fucked up. We fucked up. We should not have. Oh, what? So are we? Hold on. Wait. What are? Hold on. I'm a freaking idiot. So what are the red letters? C CAR car carpet. Feel something under the carpet. Yeah, I was about to say I'm a freaking what is it? Voice box. How the fuck do we use the voice box? I did not pay attention to the freaking. Is their name Sebi? One would just cut my throat open. Hey, get fucked. I have a riddle. What's the riddle? C. I follow your every step, and yet I cannot walk free. What am I? Your shadow. Uppercase letters. It's shadow. My freaking big brain led me to this conclusion. Imagine this is wrong. It's literally 7 letters. Ah, freaking genius. I didn't even. Oh my God, there's more. I fly without wings and cry without eyes. Bitch, I don't fucking know. I actually have no idea. Fly without wings, cry without eyes. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Oh, it's a cloud. It's a cloud. Freaking also we get some context clues by how many letters are freaking my big ass brain please don't be in it. There's gonna be one more. Oh my God. You ready? What is it? 2 feet, 2 hands. I have a head full of thoughts, endless thoughts, thoughts. They suffocate me. Die, they tell me. The love of God, bro. It's like, bro, low to your God is all right. Tell me, who am I? Answer it. Hold on. Where's our name's Giselle, right? Where's oh, I fucked that up. Please tell me I can go. Oh my God. Dude, please. Oh my God. Oh my God, don't do this to me. Don't do it. Hold on. Control. Or is it FN? Okay, thank fuck. I was about to say, don't do this to me. Don't was I correct? Hey, yeah, hey, 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 where's the answer? Hey, bitch, we getting the fuck out of here, dog. Oh, I'm an idiot. The keys for the drawer. Oh, don't tell me it's gonna be a knife. It's not gonna be a gun because obviously the games like this don't really like condone it, and I don't even know if they can show up. But for whatever reason, it's always knives, never guns, right? Never. It's gonna be a knife, and we're gonna kill ourselves. That's the ending we're on, right? Let me guess. It's a knife. Oh, killer. Hey, we got the good ending, boys. Hey, something to live for. It's the little thing. Dude, I was about to say, don't tell me this fucker's Ian. Is this Ian? Or is it June? Okay, that's probably Giselle on the right. June. Oh my God. Hey, yeah, you just need, it's the little things. That's how you keep on going. It's the little things, right? GG. The little things, right? I'm playing this nice game, having this nice cup of coffee. It's the little things in life. It doesn't need to be this grand, like you don't need this grand sense of purpose or fulfillment. You just need the little things in life, right? 3 times. She finally, hey, dude, we got the good ending. I'm gonna need to run, aren't I? My hand's on the shift button. I'm gonna need to run, aren't I? My pinky's on the shift button. This mirror is broken. I'm tired. We not sleeping. This ain't like shutting. Cat lock. Okay, damn. Anything on this carpet? Nope. Okay, we can't go that way. Killers. The limited edition. Okay, don't know what that is. Don't know what this freaking. Okay, so what? Hold on. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Something's written on the back. What? When both the blank and blank overlap, it's sun and moon, right? What the fuck is this? So I made it my. Yeah, it's literally moon. It's moon. Because we even see the crescent moon here. Okay. Oh my God. Don't. I thought it was moon. My dumbass thought it was moon, but it's not 4 letters. It's 7. It's not shadow. Is it reflection? No, that's fuck. God damn it. When blank and blank overlap. I thought it was sun and moon. Or is it light? Is shining is 7 letters, but I doubt it's that. This is 100% wrong, but this is. Hold on. My freaking dumbass needs to read this again. Yeah, what's on the back? Something magical. When both the blank. So what is this? Something strange, something magical. When both the blank and blank overlap, a blinding light shines. Fascinates me, and so I made it my blank everywhere. Is it lighting? No, that's 8 letters. Yeah, I hate how we need to see me. I think I'm an actual idiot. Hold on. Can we go? Yeah, no, no, no. We can't go back in the room. Hold on. So what does this say? Something strange, something magical. When the blank and blank overlap, a blinding light shines. Okay, but so it's just one word though. It's not two. It's sun and moon. That's sun and moon, right? Oh my God, it's is eclipse 7 letters? So I made my hold on. Is it eclipse? I think oh my God, that's 7 letters. It's eclipse. Hold on. So FN it's eclipse. There was a solar eclipse. All right, what's in here? Mirror piece. Hey, put it back in the mirror. More pieces. We can probably go through. Oh, what the fuck happened to this? It's hidden. Where you rest. Okay, the bed. Fucking. I literally know. Okay, we need to put this one in first. We using a freaking hammer? Oh my God. Bitch, fight it. Like shiny things. What do I bribe it with? Hairbrush. Hey. Oh, that doesn't count? What the fuck? I guess we need the hairbrush. Two. What the fuck? N2W3S2. What the fuck does that mean? Hold on. Hold on. So 232 NWS 232. Can we leave? Okay, don't tell me I'm stuck. Please, for the love of God. Two, 232. I don't. So we can't. No, please don't. I think I'm stuck. I don't know what we're supposed to do from here on out. How do we access the menu again? Okay, so that's how running works. I'm actually don't. I'm gonna need to fucking open up this walkthrough. I don't know. I hate the fact that I need to do this. I need to download this walkthrough. And for a 20 to 40 minute game, I need to download a walkthrough. All right, let's bring this. I hate I'm because at least with freaking, what would you call it? Classmates, there was enough content, but walk through. Get the scissors, walk up to notes, read them. Carpet, walk up to the bunny. Three riddles, shadow cloud, Giselle, we did that. Room two. All right, so the bed interacts with it. Go to the moon section, read the paper. Oh my God. It was North 2, West 3, South 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You gotta be joking me. Oh my God. Mathematics, fiction, history. AG 47, 35, 78, 80. Bitch, I don't fucking remember that. Don't tell me you get. You got to be fucking kidding me. Please resume me from where I was. Oh my God. I did not read that. I'm gonna be honest. I just skipped through the freaking. At least we know it's silver now. So where did we last leave off? So okay. Oh my God, I'm in the wall. So silver is 47, right? Let me just look this up so I don't fuck it up. Atomic number silver. 47. I thought it was AG, but it's a bit more complicated when it's not yeah, and then we can bribe. Okay, and that one disappeared. Hey, we look good. That's facts. I always wore my hair short. Like again, I'm obviously a male. I got red hair and it's curly, and I've always just kept it short. I never grew it out because it grew out to like an afro. Hey, and that this is why she has that hairdo in the classmates game. Because I noticed it was different. The way she had it was different, right? In this game, I'm like, it wasn't in ponytail. It was like this, literally looked like Ian's hair. But hey, it looks good. Who the fuck is Maeve? Hey, this is a dub. This is a success. Hey, we got the good ending. How the fuck do you get the bad ending? I'm ready to proceed. Let me save. All right. Holy crap. Dude, there's way too much in this. Dude, how is this a 20, 40-minute game? There's there's actually zero way. Killers. Who's this from? Oh yeah, I was about to say Maven. So Maven, I actually have no idea what it is. Why is this freaking carpet so long? Hey, I think it's time. Oh, I did not read that at all. So this is Maven. Yeah, I said the same thing. Yeah, dude, literally same exact fucking hairdo. No wonder why she says it's look great. Looks great. It's because that's the hairdo she's rocking. Bleach. Oh yeah, that. I was like, what's that for? That's like the swimmers in high school that fucking bleach their hair. How do we get the other ending? Hey, and this makes sense. Why then Giselle was the one who was willing to go with June to frickin' Ian's house, right? Oh, we got the good ending. Absolute dub. Oh my god, look at the freaking nails too. And yeah, So this explains, this makes sense as to why Giselle then was the one who offered to go with what would you call it? June Ian's place, right? So hold on, go to walkthrough. So because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to get the second ending, but we will at least get somewhat of an idea. Yeah, so we all did that, right? So if we stab the bunny, we die, right? Dancer stabbing him, obviously, so don't stab him. Yeah, so we got Eclipse, right? Yeah, we did this, right? 47, leave the room. Staying in, okay, so we just need to stay inside, right? So, oh, wait, whoa, oh, sorry, my bad. I accidentally shared the wrong thing. So, yeah, it's okay. So it's just that one choice at the end, right? I didn't even read it. I just clicked the top one because I was like skipping through the dialogue. But hey, good to know we got the good ending, right? Freaking going outside, right? But yeah, again, it's like, yeah, I mean, especially because it's like, here's what I'll say. This the game creator and developer for these games constantly hitting on dogs, right? All right, let's go to this bonus room. Oh, and then this is all the people, right? So FAQ. When's your next project? Bitch, I'll just put her own self OC in. Obviously, by the time we're playing this, their next project is already out. So, oh, I don't follow their Instagram. Uh, Giselle, to this point, who fucking knows? Yeah, so, what would you call it? Takes me a long time, long projects. 3 days? Dude, there's no way they mean by 3 days, they mean 72 hours. There's no way. That's what I was going to say, 72 hours. They were on that grind for freaking, but also I was going to say, yeah, because we know Giselle features Giselle 1, Giselle May, 17, Solitude, Attention. So cannot recall most events, terrible memory, short-term or long-term memory loss. Giselle 2, 17, Killers, Attention, 2 years. So that was 15 when she was 15. Cool hair, boring hair. Punk rock, she loves seafood. Seafood's a banger. And then time. Oh, and then I guess so that ending cutscene was what, 3 years in the future. So she's psychology major. So that's how she knows the one dude in Classmates. Do red A. Look what they need to do to mimic a fraction of us natural gingers' power. Also, what I wanted to say that I skipped over, dislikes Solitude. So the character transformation in 3 years, I completely skipped over that. And then this is Maven, 25. Damn, this dude's old. Soda video games concerts, ironic, but that also makes sense. The funny thing being, since Giselle got Maven to drive her to the freaking Killers concert, even though he dislikes concerts, right? So he was really going out of her. I don't even remember what they were, really went out of their way to give Giselle a good time, right? Hacker, freaking dude's a black hat or white Sebi, Sebastian the Third, unknown. Seem to get rid of him. Dude just exists. Exit. But yeah, I want to say, hold on, let me get this second ending first, and then I'll kind of talk. Resume. Because we saved right at the end, right? So we still need to read this, right? So yeah. And then we get the bad ending by staying in, right? Let's see. And then he seemingly just slipped this under the door. So we're gonna get the bad ending by staying in, right? So bad ending. The freaking Hikikomori ending. Just go to sleep. Are we actually gonna? Yeah, this is the freaking Hikikomori route. Literally a Mori. Look. Oh my god, And then she doesn't even respond. Oh my god, he's coming. Dude, don't tell me she dies. You don't fucking tell me she dies. Don't tell me she's dead. Dude, literally Omori. Literally Omori. And then this is Maven. And again, now it that falls on her. Why is the freaking music like fucking out? Oh, I guess it must be deliberate. This has to be deliberate. There's no way this is my computer. This is deliberate, right? This the music bugging out is deliberate. There's no way it's my computer. Hold on, skip. Oh my god, I can't skip past the ending. I guess wait till it gets to the title screen, but yeah, so that was deliberate. So anyway, so I guess that's that, right? But I did want to talk about this, right? Since it has only been 30. So damn, I actually okay, I beat the game, but I needed to look through the walkthrough. So that was an L. But yeah, honestly, banger game. Like I was gonna mention it and bring it up during the creator and developer for these games, like these games, right? Consistent like W, right? Like, dude, they made this in 3 days. That's actually crazy. Obviously, 3 days closer to 72 hours, but still, that's like I was like, okay, this is probably like at least like a week, maybe 2 week long, endeavor. 3 days, Jesus Christ. But anyway, because obviously, well, we didn't play this before because Classmates was the game that kind of blew up, right? That's how I found out about this dev, and creator. Played through that, and now we played this just because I found like, oh yeah, a great game, right? Coming off of theirs, looking at their like dev or like the games that other games that they made, this being the one. But again, what I want to talk about this because kind of earlier I talked about again how I kind of talk to myself, right? And how I feel like that's helped me a ton with like I consider myself to have pretty good and pretty consistently good, mental health. Like I'd say there were some periods of time to where like it was kind of an issue, but there were few and far between. Like I mentioned, like sophomore year, funny enough, not even really. I'd say like not even the start of COVID, but like I'd say again, yeah, not even the start of COVID, but I'd say like, maybe like a bit into it, like that fall. So maybe like again, sophomore, start of junior year, but again, then going to like middle school, early high school, right? But so funny enough, the exact like opposite periods of time, I guess, to where Giselle's age or what age she's at, in like 17 before the time skip, which we can presume, funny enough, we can presume that Classmates takes place after the time skip because again, age 20 would be about right for college, sophomore or whatever, right? And we know June's age 23, or sophomore, junior, whatever age that 20 ends up falling. I think I was a junior at age 20. Um, and then yeah, what's the term? What would you call it? Also, again, because she had her hair, grown out, right, with the bleach streaks or whatnot. But again, so we can assume that takes place. But again, what I want to talk about this, and then kind of why I brought up the periods of time I struggle with mental health is I had a pretty good growing up. I had a pretty good childhood. I had a stable family relationship, right? I lived in a pretty good neighborhood, so I'd say I had pretty good, friends or like, stable like friendships growing up. The problem being none of them were really long lasting. They're almost always short term. But that's, I mean, still having friends, right? So, and then finances were okay. Finances were pretty good in the sense to where it's like we were always well off enough to, not really have to worry about it. But I will say my parents aren't the best when it comes to, at least, especially now that I'm living on my own in like dealing with my own finances. I'm realizing now that they weren't the greatest and best when it came to financial, like planning and sort of being smart with their finances. Obviously, we had enough to get by and not really have any issues, but looking back, like, yeah, they made some very questionable financial decisions now with everything that I know living on my own. So, like, if I were in, this isn't like a brag, but it's something to where it's like they could have been millionaires if they had played their cards right. And I don't want to say be like, top 1% or like crazy wealthy and rich, but they could have been in an even better position. But they just, again, may either they didn't know or it was just too tempting for like, the short term. But besides the point. But one thing I wanted to talk and why, again, I talked about, why I liked Classmates and why I think it avoided the pitfalls of typical like indie horror, of like of typical, not just indie horror, but indie gaming, issues, problems, and flaws, right? Again, simple yet fun and entertaining gameplay in an actual, coherent story that you can follow, right? Two of the things that I think indie games do terribly do the exact opposite. Um, but yeah, what I like about this game, in because obviously the game, it's not to the level or extent of Classmates. It's basic puzzling, so you can't really go off of gameplay and story, right? But I will say, because again, obviously, freaking Classmates touches more on the physical, aspect, right? With literally getting kidnapped by a stalker, and then this touches on the more mental health aspect of fighting your own demons. What I like about this game is Giselle has a loving, caring older sister, right? And a loving, caring family who seems to again make her meals even when she doesn't come out of the room, right? And also it's something to where it's like, you know, it's something where it's again, there's both the good and the bad, right? We get both endings. I think what this does well is it shows obviously there are external forces and factors, right? When it comes to kind of mental health and mental health issues or like psychological issues. But what I like about how this game portrays and what this game does is that it's more of a natural thing in her fighting her own demons. Because again, given we know she has pretty good external circumstances, I'd say similar to that of like me, right? Me growing up. But I had more of a grasp on, the times that my mental health kind of took a dip. But I think the big thing with that is there's too much of and this is not just regarding like indie, but I think more, I don't want to say society, right? But more so, perception on these issues in general. I think the problem is there's kind of a narrative and kind of a fit to mental health, right? And mental health issues. I think it's something to where if you don't fit that narrative or that kind of image or persona of someone having mental health issues, then it's something to where you're not really validated or it's almost seen as invalid, you having mental health issues. So like for example, I think this game averts that, because she has a loving, caring family. I think the thought is, oh, you can only really have mental health issues if you don't have, a good support structure, right? Granted, definitely will, again, what would you call it? It'll make it worse, right? And, more than likely, it'll make you more likely to have it. But something or even with that, you can still have issues. And I think it's a problem to where it's like, I don't want to say people are you because this is going to get into like kind of more controversial, more what would you call it? More I guess what's the term? More controversial territory. I don't want to say people use their mental health issues for like attention or like I don't want to say clout, but like attention and or validation, right? But it's something to where the people that do, they mostly complain about like kind of their external circumstance or factors to where it's like, oh, all this bad stuff is going on. And in a sense that almost invalidates, or inadvertently through them trying to, I guess, garner their own source support structure. They're invalidating people like, let's say, Giselle, who don't have those issues but are still struggling with their mental health because it's like, again, from her perspective, it's like other people have much worse off. How selfish am I to deal with these issues? And then she just hangs herself, right? So again, it's something to where it's like I think that's a particular problem. And I'm gonna be honest, I know someone exactly like that. I'm in a Discord server with someone who's exactly like this. They're not my age, they're slightly younger. I think they're 2021. But like they make everything about them. Like there's, in this Discord server, you have the typical event channel, or, kind of like you'll have other people who have their issues, but then they'll always end up making it about themselves. right? And it's like it's like, oh, this is how I dealt with this. But then they always string in, oh, I had all these, other issues that I was taking care of and going on. It's like, dude, like you're like I don't know if they're doing it purposefully or not, but it's something to where it's like, A, not only are you not helping, but B, you're making it about yourself and you're actively making it worse because it almost seems like you're just trying to invalidate what this other person is going through because you believe you had it worse. So it's something to where it's like, oh, how can this other person be dealing with the same issues I did when they had such a good life? If I had their life, I would be in a much better off position. And it's like, again, that's just a blatantly selfish view. And I think that's because here's the thing, right? And I don't want to say it's as of recent because past issues I'd say when it came to mental health was the stigma associated with okay having well first off if you go far enough back people were legit getting like lobotomies for this stuff, right? So that was a much more physical issue to where you would just literally have your consciousness and soul like destroyed if you had mental health issues. Scroll a bit further up in the timeline, and it more became a stigma associated with mental health where it's like, oh, you have these issues, you're weird, right? Or you're, not normal. You're just let's not hang out with this person. But now I'd say it's almost the inverse problem in modern day where it's like, oh, you have all these issues, but you aren't have a good off life and don't have it as bad as most other people. You're selfish for not taking advantage of that. So like again, and for me specifically, right, I kind of dealt with some issues, like I said, sophomore going into start of junior year of college, and then like middle and then early high school. Um, Grade school, I don't even fucking remember the name. But granted, very minor, and I had very much decent, like I'd say, control. And what would you call it? I had a decent, I used a better term earlier, grasp over them, right? So it was like I was dealing with some stuff, but it wasn't that bad, and it wasn't, it was something I was able to get over. But I know there would be people out there like, oh, you have such a great, support structure. Like, how can you possibly be going through those issues? Like, that's selfish. Like, if I was in your spot, I'd be completely fine. It's like, dude, like in a sense, I don't want to say it comes with, sort of the narrative shifting towards like, victimization and being a victim rather than being, someone who is what would you call it? Someone who is gotten over their issues, right? Instead, now it's more sort of words like, oh, I need this attention and validation. And I think that, is what causes like let's say people like Giselle who are dealing with issues but aren't, at least outwardly apparent, right? Or they still have, resources and support structure, but then it ends up being something to where it's like, okay, yeah, like herself, other people have it worse, right? So, like, how selfish am I to be dealing with these? And again, I think it's just more so. I think it's more so a problem with the internet. I think if you get like I don't want I don't want to use the term "go touch grass," but it's like once you get on, like I'd say I have a pretty decent internet presence. I've been working on it, trying to like. Granted, I don't have it like super bad, like but I do have a pretty decent internet presence. I've been trying to lower it and work on it because I find that the more I like, hang out and spend time with friends I have in real life as opposed to just go on the internet, like the more like it's a much less toxic environment to where it's like I just feel like the internet overall, like in specifically, communities and when it comes to topics like this are very much, toxic when it comes to like everything needs to be a competition, right? It's not enough to just like support others, right? There always needs to be some like ulterior motive, but it's like again, that's just kind of my own thoughts though, right? I mean, and based off what I went through, like obviously if you're watching and made to this point, you've lived a completely different life. We don't even know each other, right? No, you could have completely different, perspective based on your own experience. But it's like again, that's just what like the two dubs from this the game creator and game maker and game dev, right? This was a great game. Classmates was a great game. I'm following them, so I'm looking to see. Uh, Again, I'll leave a comment on their itch.io. Looking to see, if they actually end up making the classmates thing a series. But definitely glad I played this game because this gives more insight into Giselle's character, right? Playing up. Now we know more about Giselle than June now, but again, we'll see, right? And it makes more sense now that Giselle is willing to go with June, right? But with that, it's been 50 minutes, so I'm just gonna end it here. But funny enough, I was originally gonna record Civ, but then I remember they made this game. I'll still do a Civ part later on. But yeah, it's something that we're obviously wanting to do this. I was thinking of playing Yume Nikki, but again, I think this is kind of the compromise. I've been playing Infinite Fusion, right? Played classmates in this. I want a bit more of a break before I get into another RPG type game, right? So I'll play a Civ game. That will probably take like 5, 6 parts. Who knows? But that, I'm just getting to here. Don't really have anything else to say regarding that. So, yep, that's it for this one. See you in the next